Finally, hello everyone. Good evening, everybody. Evening. Please let me know if you can hear my voice. Let me know if you can see me. Good evening, everyone. So it's the final day of our content marketing bootcamp, right? So how has it been at your end? How was yesterday's session? How was yesterday's? I would like to hear from everyone before letting the first speaker for today. If you are online, please kindly comment. Let me know you're online and let me know whether you enjoyed yesterday's session, what are your values. I would just like to hear from you. Okay, and if you are online, can you post on the group that we have started? Let people know that we have started the training. They should join in. If you are online, say hi. Hi. I want to know how was yesterday's session. Hope you got value. Which part interests you? I'd like to know. Please, I want someone to at least comment. Let me know that someone is online so that we can start and finish on time. So today's session is going to be an interesting one because we're going to be talking about content marketing and personal branding, and also I'll be talking about buyer persona and different niche in writing that you can venture into, because we have a lot of people that are actually doing some things that they feel like they can't create content about. And I tell people that there is nothing that you do that you can't create content about. That is just the truth. Whether you're selling fish, you're selling books, you are selling anything, you can actually craft a niche for yourself in that particular. So it doesn't have to be maybe you are a content writer for the media, for where you have knowledge. In fact, some of the advice I give people is that whatever course that you studying in school, and we have this particular course that we like, that we love, and you know that you have knowledge about it. For so like me, I studied physics education, and one of the things that I really enjoyed when I was in school was the electronics part. So I was very just electronics because it's something I studied in school, how to do the joining and everything is something that I practically did when I was in school. So if I'm asked to create content in that area, I can just niche down to being an electrical or electronics content writer. So it doesn't have to be you know about entertainment, about all this big industry that you can start something new that everybody will want to copy. So that is just it. Thank you, Mary Omotosho. She said yesterday this session was amazing and that packs. I know, right? Yesterday's session was mind blowing. I mean, Tonya talked about social media management. She talked about you not compare yourselves with other people. She also talked about you not just focusing on the likes and the engagement. You must have something that you must have a focus. Like for her, she talked about how she have focus for every week. That this week she might just use it to reach out to her leads. Another week she can use it to engage. She just you have to have a strategy, not that you're just posting for the fun, for the likes, because at the end of the day, the question people will ask you is, so what have you made from your social media management? What have you made online? It's not that what likes have you garnered or followers. What it asks is, what have you made? So let's be particular about that also. So it's not all about I want people to notice me. The truth is, when you are doing the right thing, when you are giving values and people see you as an authority in your city. For someone like me, when I started, I was not really known. People know it's not that he knows me or something like that. I was just doing my thing. And then I started getting inspiration and all that. And I was doing my thing. And when people say that somebody blew me, I don't even understand. I would just say that I was just doing what I feel to, what I think I should do. And every other thing was just following. And it didn't stop there. It was going sessions upon sessions. Okay, okay. I can see that a lot of people are online. Lisandar is online. Shegun Dairo is online. You're welcome. Ade Doyelu is online. Welcome. And Abdulhamid Ayomide too is also online. And also, yeah, that reminds me, our second speaker, men. People asked a lot of questions that we had to go off yesterday because it was already late, and I understand that a lot of people will be tired from work. But today is weekend, so you have no excuse, just in case it's getting hotter. But trust me, we have to finish on time. Okay, so Adedoyin talks about content writing. She gave us some I. She said about I double I. That is oh, I don't know. Can anybody remind me? And she talked about, some she highlighted some points when you want to create content like personal story, sharing educative content. She highlighted so many lists. I have it in my journal here. Right. So I don't know about you, but jotting down is very interesting. And funny, I tried that she taught us yesterday, and I tried it in my post for today, and I saw better results. Honestly, I got more comments from people, and I see that this see me that I'm also hosting an event and all that. Trust me, I'm also learning from people because learning never ends. I'm learning from everybody. I learned from Tonia yesterday about social media management. I even tried, I practiced that today, and I got positive the videos again. And that is why we have it on YouTube. And if you're watching this video, you've not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Let's take it to 500 tonight. I mean, we are already at 498 or something. So let's take it to 500 tonight. All right. So I think we have people that we can start with. Tonight we have people online. Okay, good evening, join Oyema Edit. Good evening, Olani Oluwake. Nice to have you here. All right, so our speaker for tonight is actually ready, and I'm so excited because she's somebody that is very knowledgeable. She's full of wisdom. I've really, I am the type that I study people a lot. Before I reach out to people, I study a lot. I can take my time to study people, even though if it takes me 6 months, 1 year. I'm that kind of person. So I've taken my time and I've watched these people. When people are growing and they are doing great things, you just be inspired by their ways of life and how they do their things. And I've been inspired by these people, including the people that I invited yesterday. You should know that I don't just invite anybody to do live session with me. That is just me. It's not pride though. Just I'm always particular about the kind of company or people that I connect with or I partner with when it comes to my own personal brand. And these people, they are actually what they have results, they have done the work, they have practical results. These people don't make noise, but they don't make noise, but what they are making inside, you don't even want to try it, right? So permit me to introduce our speaker for tonight. Her name is Chika Ike Ojuku, right? So I'm going to read her profile to us now, just for this, from other places that are going to watch this video. So let me introduce Chika Ike Ojukwu, all right? So Chika Ike Ojukwu, popularly known as Chi Globe, is a content creator. She calls herself Global Stars anyway. It's not here, but I know that she's a global star. So she's a LinkedIn influencer and LinkedIn optimization and content marketing coach. She helps personal and business brands gain visibility and monetize their online presence while leveraging impact, influence, and income. She has coached 5,000 plus personal brands on LinkedIn optimization, content marketing, content writing, and personal branding. She writes top crawling content for brands, which generates leads and boosts conversion. Chika is part of the top 50 African influencers by Engati. She has worked with brands such as Says Ruby, Get Fit Niger, Utiva, LinkedIn Local Lagos, amongst others as a brand influencer. She's an online content creation top voice by LinkedIn and the nominee of TIBA as a content of the year. She's the founder of Everything Chic Glow, a writing, speaking, and coaching brand. This creative hub offers resume writing, resume revamping, editing, proofreading, content writing, public speaking, LinkedIn optimization, and coaching services. She's the author of 4 amazing books: The Winning Success, Dream, The Money Magnet Content Writer, and Practical Answers to Your LinkedIn Questions. She uses social media as a tool for influence as she writes to inspire, motivate, and inform. And one thing I also want you to know about this speaker is that she has done, I think she did some event today. Have to create time. I do not take that for granted. All right. So with clapping ovations, with emoji choice, let's join me to invite Chika Ike Ojukwu as she, teaches on content marketing and how to build your personal brand using content marketing. All right. Nice to have you here, Chika. What's happening here?
I think I'm here. Can you hear me?
Nice to have you here, Chika. I'm trying to add it to the stage.
Okay, thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
nice to have you
Thank
here,
you.
Chika.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
nice to have you here.
Nice to have you too.
Oh my
Thank you so
God, what's
much, Coach,
happening?
for having me. Good. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? The network from Mrs. Gabby's page. What's this? Oh, thank you so much, sis. Yesterday was fire. Even if I was off and on, but it was fire. Thank you. Thank you. So please, I need to
Are
know
you
that more persons can hear me because I can hear her, but her network is a bit glitchy. So please, can everybody hear me?
all right? I can hear you actually. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly. Okay, they said they can hear me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, coach, can you hear me now? Hello, coach. Can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you, John. My edit. Thank you, Lani. Uluwakemi, sorry. Okay, I think most persons can hear me, but I don't think you can hear me yet. Your network is glitchy and it's freezing at a point. Can I go ahead?
Please just try. Yes, you can go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to say thank you, coach. Thank you, coach. I had a session today. I had a session today with one of the persons I collaborated. We did our pre-launch of a course today, and when I was talking, I could not but mention you because you are part of my success story. So when your coach tells you to come on a platform like this, please, you have to obey. You have to obey because you're part of my success story and I don't take it for granted. Just know that every time I have the opportunity to speak at an event, your name must pop up because I will start with my story, and my story is not complete without you. So, thank you so much for being an amazing coach. Thank you so much for being a big sister, not just a coach. Thank you for, I'm
Thank you.
saying it here because you deserve your flowers. Thank you for mentioning my name in a room full of opportunities. I really do not take it for granted. And I also want to thank everyone that has come here tonight to submit their minds because you're here to learn. So you are submitting your mind to learn and to be informed because if you know better, you will do better. And my joy is to see everyone excel on LinkedIn. I want to also thank the speakers of yesterday. It was fire. Tonya did, oh wow, the audio wanted to mess up things, but the value could not be contained. Thank you so much, Sis doing too. Your session was lit. You know that's my area, content writing. Let's make money with content writing, and you did justice to that topic too. Well done. So I will start quickly so that we can maybe. I also want to listen to Coach Gabby's session because I have a lot of things to learn too. So I will just move straight into what I've been asked to speak about: content marketing. Content marketing, how to use content to build your personal or your business brand. Yes, as I always say, it's important to start with your personal brand before your business brand because your personal brand is the foundation on which your business brand would would be the foundation on which your business brand will be built. It's easier for me to reach out to Coach Gabby to buy whatever she's selling than for me to go through um her her business, like digital vast, to get whatever she's selling. It's easier for me to go through her, and because she has built her personal brand, I can actually buy from her business brand. So now, I know you've been hearing content marketing here and there. You've heard content marketing experts, content marketing specialists, content marketer. But you have been like, what is this content marketing? What's the difference between this content marketing, content writer, and the rest of it? The truth is that in content marketing, you are selling something. You are selling. That's why the marketing is there. You are not just writing right now to just inform. You are taking it a bit higher because you are selling. So the word content marketing is a compound word. Content and marketing. I teach in a very simplistic manner so that anybody, even a child, can understand what I'm saying. So content is what you see on the online space, be it video, audio, carousel, whatever. Then marketing, you know what marketing is, means to sell something to an audience. So putting the two together, I will tell you that content marketing is selling yourself as a brand, your business as a brand, and everything, your product and services with content. It's as simple as that. Selling your product and services, selling yourself as a brand. I loved when Coach Gabby, I didn't put it in my bio, but she said it because she has seen my content always emphasizing on the fact that I am a global star. I even call my LinkedIn followers or anybody on the online space, my Instagram community, all of everybody on the social media aspect, I call them global stars because I believe that if I am a global star and I'm shining my light, I believe I'm also raising fellow global stars. So that's when you see me say, dear global star, know that I'm talking to you. So she put that there because I've sold myself to the point that you cannot ignore the fact, even if I don't put it in my bio, you will know that I am a global star. So that is what content marketing does for you. It sells you. It tells people what you do, who you are, what you do, and the rest of it. So now let's go back to the definition. I've told you the simple definition, how I define it everywhere I go. Content marketing is selling yourself with content. So now the big grammar kind of this in content marketing is simply the process of creating valuable, take note of these keywords, valuable, relevant content. When they say your content is valuable, is your content able to solve a problem? Value solves a problem. Value doesn't leave someone the same way it met it. Value gives you what you want at that point in time. So when you hear follow me for more valuable content, what that means is follow me for more solution providing content. Follow me for a content that solves your problem. Even if I'm informing you, I'm inspiring you, I'm educating you, I'm whatever I'm doing, that is what it means. Then relevant and timely, I can put them together. I could remember a content Sister Dedoyin wrote on LinkedIn where she talked about relevant content, timely content. You just imagine someone by next month saying Happy New Year. It does not make any sense. It's not timely. Or by next month, somebody is wishing Happy Girls Child Day. It doesn't make any sense. It has passed. That content is not timely. So now you are doing all these things to attract, to nurture, and to engage your audience. As I said, if you are here, you can be putting all these things in the chat box. You can be putting all these things in the chat box. So to attract, that's the first thing your content marketing should be able to do for you. Attract your audience. Attract the people you're trying to sell to. Attract the people that you're trying to promote yourself, your product, or your services to. You cannot just go online and say, come and buy, or come and do this. This is what I am once, and everybody is flooding your DM. No, you would attract them. Then the second thing is to nurture them. That is, nurture them. You have to nurture your audience. That is what content marketing will do for you. You don't just wake up. I'm going to use LinkedIn as a primary platform because most of us here we're coming from the LinkedIn support group. Yes. So you attract this audience with your content, your personality, and everything. Then you start to nurture those people you have gotten. I tell persons, you have 10,000 followers and you are still crying that you don't have enough followers. What are you doing with these 10,000 people? They are human beings, they are not numbers. They are human beings. What are you doing with those 10,000 human beings? Because the Bible will say, the little I've given to you, if you do well with it, I would give you more. I would give you more. So most of us, and I know for Coach Gabby, that's why, like, she gave me one mindset change that it's not just about her coaching me on LinkedIn optimization. There's a way Coach Gabby does her things. There's a way, if you are under her mentorship, if you listen to her, if you read her content, you hear this a lot. We are not saying it because, oh, we have the followers, so we don't want you to have the followers. No. What are you doing with your 10,000 followers? What are you doing with your 1,000 followers? Let's even go down. What are you doing with your 1,000 followers? What can you do to that 1,000 followers that they would spread your word to bring more people to come and see what you are doing? That is you nurturing the people you have. There are sometimes you can see that, oh, you had maybe 1,200 followers, and you wake up the next morning and you are seeing 1,000, maybe 1,100 and something followers. Some people have unfollowed you. Sometimes I don't know if you take notice of that. Some persons might have unfollowed you for several reasons. So your focus should be on those people that are still there. What can I do with them? What can I do for them? That should be your priority. When you have attracted them and you have started nurturing them, then you can now convert them. Most persons come on LinkedIn and the next thing they want to do is convert these people. And all you are seeing on their page is come and buy, come and buy, come and see what I'm selling, come and do this, come and do that. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like content marketing has, it has levels. And I just told you about the level, the attraction level, the nurturing level, and the conversion level. Those are three levels that you must take note of in content marketing. Yes. And there's some things I want to share around the content marketing that could help you, your personal brand and your business brand. The first thing about content marketing is that it has a clear picture, like it has a clear call to action. You can be doing your content writing thing and there is no call to action. You're not telling anybody come and do anything. Just write. You are there to inspire and aspire and whatever you want to do. Just write. That is content writing. But if you are putting out a content and you want people to take action, that is when it is called content marketing. You see, many persons don't write content marketer on their profile. I don't even have content marketer on my profile. I'm a content marketer. Coach Gabby is a content marketer. um Sis Adedoyin is a content marketer, even Tony Vincent is a content marketer, but you don't see it there on our profile because we are into content writing and most times we move into content marketing. We are not always telling you come and do this, come and do that. Even content marketing, you use content marketing in influencer marketing. That's why there is something called marketing in it. So if you just write a content, this is what happened to me on Saturday, I did this, I did that. Oh, hope you got value. That's okay, no problem. That is content writing. You've written. But after saying all those things and you say, there is something when I went out for an event, this happened, that happened, you can actually get a ticket to this, or you can actually get more info about this through this link or through this thing. There's a call to action telling them go here. For example, maybe when Coach Gabby is done with this whole session and she goes to put it on LinkedIn that she had this and everything, I say go and watch the replay. That is content marketing. You have a specific call to action. You want people to take a specific action. That is content marketing. At least with that, you can know the difference when you are doing content marketing and content writing. So the next one is that content marketing tells a continuous story. It tells a continuous story. That's why I'm going to, maybe sometimes I want to talk about influencer marketing and content marketing together. And you, as a personal brand, for example, you are trying to promote your course, you're trying to promote your masterclass, you're trying to promote something, you're trying to promote your community, you're trying to promote a hangout, you're trying to promote an event and everything. I will use Tiba for example. They have been doing content marketing. There is always something specific to do. Go and nominate someone. Go and check out this video. Go and do this. Go and do that. They've been consistent since, I think, July, August. They've been consistent, telling a continuous story that would make you take a specific action at different points in time. There was right now it is get your ticket for the dinner. Right before it was nominee, go and nominate someone. Now that part is over. So it's a continuous story. You do this, you do this, you do this till the end goal and the rest of it. Another one when it comes to content marketing. In content writing, you might not measure anything to an extent. Maybe you can just go, oh, this had a lot of engagement and everything. But in content marketing, there is a predefined metrics. What are you asking us to do? Are you telling us to go and buy your course? How many people clicked on that link and bought the course? That is what you should be. That should be your defined metrics. Predefined metrics like, oh, I need 10 persons to click on this link and buy this course. Even if 5% does, it's a pass mark. I need persons to go and watch the replay of this video right now after this session. When people click the link and watch it, the views are increasing. That is content marketing. People are doing something. But if our Coach Gabby just goes on LinkedIn and say, wow, I had a very interesting session over the weekend with 4 amazing persons and everything, and all the students, they learned something, my community and everything. Wow, I'm happy and all. And she just ends there. Oh, we'll say, wow, nice, beautiful. That's awesome. And everybody will go their separate ways. Nobody's going to do anything. But if she drops a link, go and watch the replay. It's free of charge. Go and watch the replay. She's obviously going to increase the views of her YouTube channel. That is what content marketing does for you. That's what content marketing does for you. And another thing I want to let you know is that content marketing helps you if you master the art of content marketing. Somebody will say, is it copyright? It's not copywriting. Content marketing is not copywriting, but you can use your skill as a copywriter in content marketing. All these things that have to do with writing, they are all intertwined. You just have to know when to use one and when not to use the other. So another thing I want to let you know about content marketing is that it saves you money. If you're a good content writer, Coach Gabby, I'm going to use Coach Gabby a lot this night, so please bear with me. Coach Gabby doesn't have to actually go and ask, go and get influencers right now, this night or tomorrow morning, and start paying them that they should please come and start telling people to come and watch the replay of the video. No, she has that content marketing skill. She can do it by herself. She doesn't have to run ads for that. So if you have this content marketing skill, you know how to promote yourself as a person first, your product and services. You can write well to even the person that doesn't have shingbain to bring out money from their pockets. Then you will save a lot of money. You will save a lot of money for your personal brand and to an extent your business brand. That is not to say that influencer marketing is not good. Why there is influencer marketing? Because your audience, I might have people that you need in my audience, and you might have people I need in your audience. So that is why influencer marketing. But if you know how to use your content marketing ability skill very well, it will save you lots of money. So right now you'll be asking yourself, why do I even need this content marketing skill? Is this something I need to go and learn differently? Is this something I need to? I'm a content writer, so do I need to learn how to do content marketing differently? The reason why you should go and learn how to be a content marketer, as I told you before, there's a difference between content writing and content marketing. Content writing is just write whatever you want to, just say your story, and there's nothing, no call to action, just do your thing and go. But content marketing, there's a lot involved. The emotions that are there, the storytelling skills, and everything that needs to be put to actually prompt people to take that action. So, content marketing allows you become your own publisher, like build your own audience. Nobody is going to do that better than you, no matter how you try. If you want to build your own audience, you have to use content marketing. You have to use content to sell yourself. Let people come to know you. Let people come to know you. Let people come to like you. Only then will they be able to trust you to give you their money. I've been saying this in speaking engagements recently, that it's the fact that you have 10,000 followers doesn't mean people trust you enough to give you their money. There are some persons with their 10,000 followers too. They can bring out a 2,000 naira offer and persons might not want to buy. Why? That trust factor is missing. So you need to build it. You cannot jump the process. You can't jump the process. And I've talked about that three levels: attract, nurture, and engage. That trust level is what would say, oh, I trust Chika, she's going to deliver value. No problem. I'm going to pay for whatever she's selling. Yes. People will not just buy from you because they like you. They like that you're showing up on LinkedIn every day. That's why they want to buy from you. No, that's not the reason. Some people can buy because they like you, but trust factor is very, very important. And content marketing can help you attract your own attention, your build your own audience. So if you understand what it takes to market yourself, I'm using self because that is the first thing. If you can market yourself very well, your business will be very easy to market. It will be very, very easy to market. That's why if you notice, even on the online space and everything, your personal page gets more likes and engagement than your business page. People relate more with people than businesses. I will relate more with you than a logo of anybody, because that logo represents a whole lot of people in that organization. Can be the HR manager, can be the content writer, the social media manager. That logo represents a whole lot of person. But if I am talking to you, it's easier. So that's what content marketing does for you. It helps you build awareness for your personal and business brand. The truth is that people cannot buy from you if they cannot find you. They can't buy from you if they cannot find you. Every day you are missing in action. If they can't find you on the online space, they can't buy from you. Yes. So I wrote here that 93% of the buying circle starts from a search engine. Yes, that's when we talk about optimizing your profile with keywords. I see persons put social media evangelist. Nobody is looking for a social media evangelist. Nobody is looking for a content writing guru or a content writer guru. Nobody is looking for that kind of person. Nobody is looking for a customer service what they call that thing? Customer service Coach Gabby, you can help me. I know you see all those kind of things on LinkedIn. They are all manner. You see a lot. One day I saw graphics designer, a chemist. Please, who is an alchemist? Video editor alchemist, who is that? I see a lot of those things. So use keyword that people can search for. You want to search the word content creator, content marketer, content writer. your name can come up and they can reach out to you for your products and services. Now that you've built your brand, yes, that you are showing up and everything, people can find you. The second thing that content marketing does for you is that it helps you create preference for your brand. We have lots of brands on the online space. Please, can everyone still hear me? Because I don't know if I'm even talking to myself. Okay, okay. Because I'm not checking the comments, so let me check. I'm always checking comment. Okay, okay. I think we are following. Thank you so much, Coach Gabby. Said I'm loving this. Okay, okay. So as I was saying, we have lots of brands on the online space today. We have just imagine we have over 900 million people on LinkedIn. Everybody has a brand. As far as you have a name, you have a brand. And these people are putting out content. There are some persons when I connect with them and I start reading them, I'm like, where have you been on this space? Why have I not come across your content? That to show you that content is so much. It's really so much. So, what can differentiate you? What can differentiate my brand from Coach Gabby's brand? If you've read my content and you've read Coach Gabby's content, you will notice that there are two different voices talking. If somebody takes Coach Gabby's content today and say he or she is a social media manager, that person is not really good at what he or she does, I would notice because I know how Coach Gabby writes. I know how Sister Adedoyin writes. I know how Tonya writes. So once something is not right somewhere, we will know that something is not right somewhere because you've seen how they've differentiated their brands over time using their unique voice, their unique stories, and everything. So, to create preference from your brand, what makes your course different from the course of another person? What makes your masterclass different? What makes your content different? That is what you should be able to use content marketing to say to us. Okay, so other thing I would like to say is engaging content marketing creates preference through thought leadership. When you use your content marketing skill properly, you start building thought leadership. People start seeing you as an authority in your niche. People start seeing you as an authority in your niche. People believe, oh, this person can do what he or she says she can do. And when you do that, it's easier for people to take action. It's easier for me to click on any link that Coach Gabby puts out because I know that it's going to take me somewhere that I'm going to get value. So your content marketing game is supposed to be A plus. The third one is that you reach more buyers and customers at a lower cost. I've said that before. As a content marketer, you don't have to spend so much. You don't have to spend so much on ads or influencer marketing when you can use your content marketing skill very well. You can only go for influencer marketing when you need the audience of the person that you are paying to get whatever you are trying to sell or trying to sell. So I think before I go further, I would just like to say that nothing builds trust and engagement like content that solves problem. Nothing. Nothing builds that trust. And I've talked about the no like and trust factor. Nothing builds trust than a content that solves a problem. Many persons are missing it when it comes to using chat GPT, and it's painful. There are some people's content I usually love reading, but now I don't get what is happening and that. I use ChatGPT, but you will not know because ChatGPT is there to give me ideas, not there to write whatever it writes. And sometimes you can know because it's just in one way. It has its ways of writing. Even their hashtags you shall know, and you start seeing a lot of what they call this thing. You start seeing a lot of emojis flying up and down, especially that I think aeroplane emoji, star emoji, bag emoji. once I see it, I just say, or it gives all this hook navigating your. I'm like, oh, okay. And one thing about ChatGPT, it makes you mentally lazy. It makes you mentally lazy. It makes you mentally lazy. You will not be able to think outside the box. Use it to your advantage. It's to help you, not to take. Persons are crying that ChatGPT wants to take over their job, and they are the ones on ChatGPT 247 creating content. Why? It's actually taking it because there's a time that ChatGPT will not be able to help you out of that content you want to create for your clients. And what will you do by that time? It will actually now take your job. So that is that on that. But now I want to emphasize on this, like stretch it. I usually tell my students value first, sell second. Remember, I said content marketing is selling yourself as a brand. I am a global star. I am the CEO of Everything She Globe, trying to remind people of what you do. See, I told someone, she asked a question that what can she do about self promotion so that she doesn't sound as if she's promoting herself too much and everything. I said, if you want to come on LinkedIn and promote yourself, please do it with your full chest. Come on Wednesday or Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or Friday. If you want to blow your trumpet, do it with your full chest. It's what you do. If you don't say it, who will? Who will help you do it better than you do it? There's another session that we had this evening where I told you that I just pre-launched. We just pre-launched my course. I'm collaborating with someone, and we have pre-launched the course today. And someone was asking me a question. He's a graphics designer. How can he build his brand as a graphic designer on LinkedIn with content and everything? So I was answering his question, and someone that was also in the conversation said, just unmuted his head and said, "Please excuse me, Chika. Gold, can you design a logo? I need it urgently. Immediately after this conversation, please hit me in my DM." I'm saying it publicly so that in case you do nonsense, everybody will know. And oh, that is how he has gotten a giggle. There are persons that I've always noticed that whenever they come for audio events, they keep quiet in the even if it's an audio event, a live event, they don't say anything in the chat. So now I'm talking to you. You're not saying anything in the chat, you're not writing anything, you're just listening. At least some names now have registered in my head that I saw tonight. So say something, and that's how this boy has gotten this gig. At least he will pay his tithe because it's my event and the rest of it. So value first. Let me come back. Value first, sell second. You cannot jump the process. Coach Gabby, I think she's going to even talk about that more when she's talking about buyer personnel and everything. You can't jump the process. You have to save value. There are some things that when I read from Coach Gabby, I'm like, Coach Gabby will not go and package this thing as a course like this and be selling it. Why is everything just out here? So on her YouTube, on her this, on her that. That is why she brings out a course. It doesn't take people time to get it. Because if she can give that free value, as I said today when I was telling my story, her 14th edition, Lot's 14th edition, the value was from the free masterclass was too much that I knew if I pay, I'm going to get extra from it. I didn't have the money as at that time. The 15th edition came, I still did not have the money. But God provided the money on the second day of the event. And as God we have it, here we are. Value would sell you more than you telling people to come and buy. Sometimes I don't scream. You don't sometimes when I'm like, oh, let me remind these people that I have course for. I'll now go on LinkedIn and put it there. But sometimes I don't even say anything, but I still get people reach out to me. I love what Coach Gabby said. Most of the persons you see, they don't make the noise, but they are making waves. We don't shout so much on LinkedIn. It's not about shouting. It's not about doing that. I'm an advocate of shine your light so bright. Shine your light with your content. Shine your light with what you say. The universe will adjust. The universe will hear what you're saying and give you a reply. You don't have to say everything that happens to you on the online space. Be there to solve people's problems, not to add to their problems, not to add to their issues. Yes, be there to solve their problem. When you create content that solves people's problems, the truth is that what you're doing, you're setting up yourself. You may think, I'm giving out too much for free. I'm giving out too much for free. I'm giving out too much for free. My dear, in the long run, when you package whatever you've been giving out, let's just say one of you just have this idea. All the content I've been posting on LinkedIn for the past 1 year, I am going to convert that content into a book or into an audio series, and you want people to buy it. The fact that you have been valuable, you've been giving us back to back, we would get that course or we'll get that whatever you are trying to put up. Why some people join some events, pay their hard-earned money to go for events, is because of the speakers, maybe the speakers that will be there, because if this person opens their mouth, my life will not remain the same, and the rest of it. So value first, sell second. But if you sell first, you're going to suffer. You are going to be you will keep on screaming, but nobody is hearing you. Nobody is hearing whatever you're saying. You keep on screaming, nobody will be hearing what you're saying. I can't even remember the last time Coach Gabby said anything about her course or about anything. But I know she's cashing out. She's a billionaire woman. I know she's cashing out. But she hasn't mentioned, she hadn't said anything. She's giving out value. Why you are in her community today, why you are here today is because of the value that she gives out, and she has attracted you. She's nurturing you right now. She's nurturing you. She's nurturing you. She's nurturing you. She's nurturing you. And tomorrow, you go and have your own community, and you cannot but say this is where you came out from. Today, I also said that one of the reasons I stand strong on LinkedIn is as a result of the WCWG. At least, since I did, you can bear me witness. That's one of the things that helped my life on LinkedIn. That community, Kai, Kai. That community was everything. So don't joke with this community that you are in. All this webinar, they should not be begging you to attend. They should not be begging you to attend and the rest of it. So that is that on that for that. So I think I'm going to quickly round up so Coach Gabby can take over. There are some things I would just randomly say right now. Okay. So if you want to use your content to sell yourself, to sell your product, and sell your services, I would advise post about issues that are relevant to your network that you know you can solve. Sorry, excuse me. That you know you can solve in your niche. You cannot afford to be scattered. You can't afford to be everywhere. Today you're writing about health issues. Tomorrow you're writing about AI. Next week you cannot afford to be scattered. If you are a social media content writer, you are trying to explore topics around. Try to make sure that you are, in as much as you are versatile, but let us know you as that go-to person. Let us know you as that go-to person. For example, now you've always known Coach Gabby. She still is as a LinkedIn optimization coach, content marketing, personal branding, all those things, you'd advocate. It wasn't hard for her to start calling herself marketplace ambassador. It wasn't hard. She has established her niche. You can't take it away. So if she comes out tomorrow and saying she's an international something something, we will all adjust. But you can't take out the fact that she has built her brand as a LinkedIn coach, as a content marketing coach. You can't take that aspect. That's the same thing that goes for me. You can't take out the aspect that I'm a content creator and a LinkedIn coach and influencer. You can't take, even if tomorrow I wake up and say, I am now this, I am now that. You can't take that part away. So you can't afford to be scattered, especially when you are writing content, because you don't want your audience to be confused. So post about issues that are relevant to your network. We've talked about what it means to be relevant and timely. Sometimes write contents that are snackable. I mean, I love writing long form content, but sometimes I just write content that are snackable, something that you can just digest and move on to the next, because there are a lot of content on the online space. Ask yourself, who am I trying to reach? Who are the people interested in what I'm about to say and everything. So the next one is post about real problems that people are facing. Yes, real problems people are facing in your niche. I usually talk about the challenges we content writers face. I even did a video. I was making a video and the light went off, and I continued making the video in the darkness just to remind people that it's not easy to be a content creator, that there are a lot of things that are hitting us day in day out as content creators. When you do that, you are positioning yourself like, I know, understand what these people feel, I know what they are going through. So if you come out tomorrow and you are trying to tell people come and join my webinar or an event or something, they can relate. They know that you are coming to talk to them in a practical manner. They are coming to talk to them because you understand what you're saying. You're not coming to talk to them from what you wrote from online and the rest of it. So the third one is use the first person when you post, especially when you're telling a story. People relate with people, as I said before, and not just businesses. And not businesses. Use the first person. I, me, talk about you. They'll say, oh, some persons will say that it's what they call it, it's promotional. If you don't promote yourself, who will? You are sharing your story. You are not supposed to be saying she, or you're supposed to say, I went to the market today and I noticed that things have increased in the market. Like some things I bought for, even Uber I bought for 200, now is 300, and I'm still begging the woman to please add small for you and the rest of it. All those things, people can relate to it because it's a story and you are using the word I. If I am reading your content and you're using that word I, it looks as if it is me that thing happened to. So it's easier for me to relate. But if I come to your page and I'm reading it as she, is obviously talking about you, but I might not feel the connection with it. I might not feel the connection with it. The fourth one is use an image of your face. Whenever you are putting out a content, please use your pictures. Am I being use your pictures. Use your pictures. It's very important. Use your pictures. There's this guy. One day I saw my cousin's picture on his profile, on his content. I'm always seeing her picture there. And I know my cousin is not cannot she's not on LinkedIn, she's not active on LinkedIn and everything. I don't know if you know Ambassador Didi. So let me just say it. She's into this Alliance in Motion, AIM Global. So I kept on seeing it. So one day I asked him, because the person that has the profile is a guy. And I'm always seeing women's picture on his profile. So whenever I see any picture that has maybe Ambassador Ronke or Ambassador Didi, I just know it's the guy. And I had to go and reach out to him via DM and said, please, can you use your picture? I don't even know how you look like. So just imagine I want to do business with this person. I don't even know how he looks like. I'm always seeing women's picture on his page. And I'm happy, at least after back and forth, he changed. So use your pictures. Use your pictures. Use, thank God for AI now. Thank God. The only place I will beg you not to use AI pictures on is your bio. Apart from that, you can use AI picture on your listing to substitute to the ones you've did in your that you shot in the studio. Yes, you can use AI pictures to supplement. It's very, very, very okay. But make as much as possible. Sometimes use the AI. Sometimes use your real picture in case of anything. But don't use it on your profile in case they restrict your account and you bring your ID card, you are looking dark here, and AI is showing that you are one fair child, or your eye is looking somehow, or your teeth, or whatever. LinkedIn will say you're not the same person. It might be, use your real face on your this thing. So please use your image. And one thing I noticed about LinkedIn, about pictures, instead of using flyers or the rest of it, that it gives you 10 times increase of your engagement. So use a face. Let there be a face on your list. If it works for you that you don't have to use a picture to post and you still get engagement, you can do it too. But that doesn't really work for me. So I'm telling you what works for me. Avoid unprofessional photos. Avoid that. Then the fifth one is post your own articles, post your own content. Please be original as much as possible. Be original. Be original. You can put your questions if there is time for question and answer. Be original. Be authentic. Share your story. Don't lie. We're not in competition with anybody. Okay, I'll get to that. Don't lie. Don't lie about anything. You're not in competition with anybody. You're not in competition. You're in competition with yourself. If you are broke, you're the only one that know that you are broke. If there's money in your account, you know you're the only one that know there's money in your account. So don't come and show what you are not on the online space. It will hurt you. It will bite you. It will bite you at the back. So that is that for that, and I hope you got value. Yee. Do
Wow,
you
that was
have questions?
awesome. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, coach.
Can everybody? Okay, so we have a question here, Chika. Somebody said, please, ma, how can I sell value as in Jolly Phonics tutor? Well, I don't know what Jolly Phonics mean. And
I don't
reading
know what that is.
specialist. I don't know those areas anyway.
Please, can the person? I really don't know what Jolly Phonics tutor is. Are you trying to say phonetics? Are you a phonetics tutor? Are you a Is it phonetics?
I didn't get that too also. I really don't. I didn't get that too also. All right.
Maybe
Any
it's
other
phone.
question before we let her go? Yeah. Does anyone have
But let
any
me
other
just say something.
question? That
Maybe
was an awesome.
okay. Let me just maybe say something
Please go
as
ahead.
regards. Maybe I think it's phonetics that the person trying to say. Please, how do I sell value as a phonetics tutor and reading specialist? Okay. LinkedIn, you can sell anything on LinkedIn. But as I said before you try to sell, please be valuable. For example, you are a maybe, if I'm correct, that is what you wrote there. You can drop in the comment section maybe what you're trying to say, but let me just go ahead. For example, if you're a phonetics tutor, you should be able to make videos. Videos are really selling fast on LinkedIn presently. I can remember when we joined LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I think there was not like videos at that. Not really, there was not like videos, but it was not as rampant as it is now and the rest of it. So you can make videos on how to pronounce words, how to use phonetics, how to do this, how to do that, to create videos because now we can't read. We might read it in the wrong way. So videos will work best for you on how to pronounce some words instead of saying market. I suffered though. I suffered during my WAEC. When others were submitting, I was there doing is it market or market? So um you can do those videos, and while you keep doing those kind of things, with time you can package those ideas, especially for persons that want to japa. Yes, they will need it maybe for their exams and everything. Then you can package it together. As a reading specialist, do you have a community that you like people to join so that they can read books? There are people that love reading books. They need accountability partners and the rest of it. They need accountability partners. They need accountability partners and the rest of it. So you can have a community where you can teach people how to stay accountable while reading, how to maybe read 2 chapters a day, how to be consistent, how to love reading, as the case may be. So it's something you would start out. You're not starting out that you want people to come and buy what you're doing. But the value is to start creating content in those areas. How I how did you become a phonetics tutor? How did you What makes you love reading? There's some people that don't love reading. They prefer to watch whatever you're trying to say, maybe in a video or in a movie, but don't just give them books to read and the rest of
Audio.
it. So I hope you got value. Thank you.
Wow. Can we give it a round of applause to our speaker for tonight? That was an amazing session, and I really appreciate that. Okay, people were just saying, wow, wow. We were just laughing,
Coach
smiling when you
Gabby,
were
I think
talking
someone
about,
was
posting
asking
your
you.
pictures using.
Someone is asking you what's the meaning of WCWG.
Okay. I think WCWG means writing challenge with Gabby. Okay, that was a long time thing anyway. We'll talk about that later. All right. So thank you so much, Chika, for this session. All right. And for that person that asked the phonetic question, I think you can what is it called now? When you listen to audio and you hear people to write it down, I've forgotten. Is it transcription or what's it called? I forgot it. The person can also venture into it where because a lot of people have done podcasts and they are looking for someone to write it out into ebooks for them. So I think the person can also venture into it as a reading specialist or you know that's another thing that the person can venture into. All right, in the absence of more questions, thank you so much, Chika, for this amazing session. We really do appreciate you and God bless you. Thank you so, so much.
Amen. Thank you. I will
All
join
right,
from the
so
other end.
so you can leave where you're ready, but
Yeah,
so we are
I'll
going
join
into the
from
last
the
session for this trip. All right, no problem. Thank you. All right, guys. Yeah, now we're back to the final session now. So in this session, I'm going to be talking about buyer personnel and buyer personnel. The spelling is buyer. Buy when you're buying buyer, then personnel means PERSONA. All right. So for some of you, when you want to sell a product, or before you even sell anything at all, you must have in mind the kind of clients that you want to sell to, where they are located, what they like, how they like it, the range, the age, and everything. You must have something in mind. You can't just go ahead and sell anything. You can't just think of, oh, people are selling this thing, I also want to sell. People are doing this thing, I also want to do it. You don't just venture into things like that. You have to make your research. You have to do something that is called it's popularly called market research. And that is why when you see companies and organizations, before they sell anything, before they do anything, they do a lot of research. They do a lot of trying to ask questions from people, sharing Google form documents, asking questions, and so many other things from people like that. So these are the things that happen before people venture into anything. So when it comes to content writing, because I've seen a lot of questions that you people ask that, how do I know the people I'm going to sell to? How do I create engaging content? How do I know if people are going to engage my content? Because this has been the issue for a lot of people, and that has been that has been the delay for many people, and that is why they've not yet started, you know, what they ought to be doing online till date. So today, buyer personnel is going to help you. Having a buyer personnel is really going to help you to channel your content to the right audience, your target audience, to the people that actually need what you have to offer. So from my notes, I have here that buyer personas are fictional, generalized representation of your ideal customer. That is something that is fictional. It's not as if you have all your customers in your front, right in front of you, and you're trying to ask them question. It can be something that is fictional, like you're thinking about it that okay, this Indomie that I want to start selling, who are my audience, what is their age range, how do they look like, you know, just like when you want to start selling some product that has to do with fashion, skincare products, you start thinking of, okay, so who are my audience? Are they mostly female or males? Or is it both gender? What is their age range? Are they secondary school students? Are they second university students? Are they married people, women, and all that? So you must have buyer persona that you are working with when you are creating your content. We've talked about, content writing. We've talked about social media management, and Chika talked about personal branding, and she talked about what again? She talked about content marketing, nurture, and everything. But before you even do all these things, you need to have in mind your buyer personnel, and that's what you're going to be working with all through the time that you are going to be creating content about that product, about that skills, about our services If you remember, when before we started this training, I try to get everybody's response. I try to get your response. For everybody in that group, they are they are like the ideal representation of my clients. Like, that's why all of you joined that group. So for me to be able to channel down to what you guys will like, or the aspect that a lot of people are facing problem, I had to ask some questions, and I got so many responses. And it was this response that led me to doing this training, because of the next that we're going to be doing. So that is how buyer persona works. You ask questions, the mind of your client or your ideal client, then you go ahead and try to channel your products in that area. Then the more you keep working with your buyer persona, the more knowledge you have about your ideal client or your target audience, right? So buyer personas are fictional, generalized representations of your ideal customers. So they help you understand your customers and prospective customers better, and make it easier for you to tailor content to the specific needs, behaviors, and concerns of different groups. When Adedoyi was talking yesterday, she said that she made a content about people linking the past to the present and all that. That content alone, she was able to get ideas on the next content that she wanted to. She said she got more content ideas from making that post. The response she gets is going to give her answers about who, the percentage of what a lot of our audience are facing. And if she has a solution to provide in that area, she can easily sell it out to solve a lot of people's problem. Because seeing from the comment section, 80% are also talking about the same thing. So the next line of action is that, do I have a product that can solve this particular problem? Because 80% of people that comment on this, they are definitely my ideal customers. For them to comment, it's not a lot of people, it's not everyone that has the opportunity to go ahead and comment under a post. Something must have triggered it. Maybe it's aligned with them, it resonates with them. So they can't just keep it, they just have to type something. So that shows that these people are really interested in this. And that was the same thing that happened on that group, when I asked on the WhatsApp group that how many people are interested in this training, how many people are interested in seeing this group go as a community. And the responses shows that a lot of people actually need that community, where that community where that community that help them to feel as if they really matter. Everybody needs a community where they can grow, where they can share their problems, where they can ask questions and they get definite answers immediately. That community is like a problem that a lot of people are having these days. And me trying to create a community is like me presenting that solution. So my buyer persona is like me asking all of you the questions, trying to make my findings. Now I know that a lot of people, most of my ID clients, they are mostly youth, right? Mostly, let's say, between the ages of 16 to 35. Mostly youths. I didn't ask about the age, but from those people that have been responding, from those people that have been chatting with me from that group, I can easily see that this is, if I want to niche down, I want to know the exact age, what I will just do is to create a Google form, or I'll do questions and answer something and ask people to, or do a poll on LinkedIn or on that group and ask for the age range. And I'm getting my, data, step by step. I'm getting I'm getting the ideal representation of my, target audience, of my clients, of my prospective customers, of my ideal clients or my prospective customer, right? So here I also wrote that the strongest buyer personas are based on market research, as well as insights you gather from your actual customer base. That is through surveys, through interviews, depending on your business. Like I said, I was able to know the next thing to do by asking questions from that community, from the group. And that helped me to be able to understand that, okay, this is the response. The response will help me to know the number of people that are actually interested. Even though I know that even among those people that answered, that responded, I know that it's still not all of them that are going to respond. But like my previous boss, he said if 80 people showed up for something, maybe you want to do something and 80 people showed up, just know that like 20 people are going to pay for it, or 10 people. I don't know how he taught us that percentage, but it's kind of low like that. If 200 people should respond to something, just know like 40 people are going to pay, or 40 people are going to be your leads that are actually interested, and at the end of the day, you can be able to close maybe like 20 people. So that's how it works. So I always work with that, and that's just the truth. You want to start something, people will say, I'm interested, I'm interested. Now, when you bring it out, you just see people, taking a step backward as if they were not part of the plan. So that's just human for you. That is just the normal thing. But at least you have the idea of you have the fact that people are actually interested in this particular thing that you want to do. So closing is where you have to work on at your own end. That's just it. To close people is not easy. But for the fact that people are interested means that okay, this is the problem a lot of people are facing, and that is what the buyer persona does for you. So we also have negative personas. Okay, we have buyer personas, we have negative personas. I told you that buyer persona is the ideal representation of your clients, the clients that you want to work with, your target audience, people that actually need what you want to sell or the services that you want to offer. And when it comes to negative personas is the ideal representation of people that are not even your customers. Just like, let's say you want to sell this breast pumping for mother, for what's it called now, pregnant women that just gave birth. They will have to pump breast to breastfeed their children. You can't sell that to a man, because especially teenagers, you can't sell breast pumping to a teenager, because what do they know about breast? They are not your idea. You already know that's negative persona. They are not your customers. They are not your, that these people know they are not. You can't sell to this kind of people. Just like some people when they start, just like some people when you just start your journey online, you can't probably say that you are just starting today. You now want to start selling your course for 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, and expect people to buy from, because you are just starting. I'm not saying it cannot work. I'm not saying it's not possible. At least anything is possible with God. But let's just be realistic. You're just starting online and you put out your course. You said you want to start big. You now put 50,000 naira. You're going to spend like so many months before you get 1%. In fact, I just pray you even sell at the end of the day. So just take myself for an example. When I started training people on LinkedIn, I started charging as low as I think 1,500 to 2,000 to 2,500 to 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, and now 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. Now I can easily charge people any amount for what I do, but I started somewhere. When I started at that age, I was not trying to run after the big people that have started ahead of me, because I know that I'm just starting, and those kind of people, they were not actually my ideal audience. I knew that my ideal audience are people that are also just starting like me, people that are still new to the field. So that is just it. Thank you so much, Adedoyin. Yeah, thank you so much. She just explained it. Yeah, thank you so much for that. All right. So there are three things that you need to know when you're trying to write your when you are trying to create content to get the data for your buyer persona. There are three things that you need to take note of, because buyer persona is something that you're going to prepare by yourself. I'm going to share a template on the group after this program that everybody can follow to prepare their buyer persona. Everybody can follow it to prepare a buyer persona, because if you're going to start anything online, before we start creating content or doing anything at all, you must have in mind the kind of audience that you want to work with, or the kind of audience that you want to start, selling to. You must have, you just have to, you can't just venture online. Just let's take for example, now you don't want to go and buy washing machine. You said, I've seen a business, people are buying washing machine, I'll go and buy 100 washing machine. If you buy that 100 washing machine, who are you going to sell to? Have you done your market research? Have you checked the people around you, the kind of people you attract? Have you, people that engage you mostly, the kind of things that people ask you, the problem people are facing, like, are they the kind of people that you have around? Sometimes you have to check the kind of, people that you have around you also, because they are also part of people that are going to promote your product. You have to check the kind of people that you have as your connections, be it virtual, physical, or, everywhere. What have you been doing what have you been doing before now? Is it that you were selling something that is more expensive like that, or you have been selling something of 30 naira and then you now want to jump to something of 1 million? It's going to be very hard, because people that you have been selling 30 naira product to, they are still the person that will still keep buying. So you can't just push out something of 1 million and you expect them to buy. that is just it. When I started my training, I started with 1525. And now when I got here, people that were buying from me then, if they come to me now and I tell them that this is the amount and they say they cannot afford, I will understand that these people are no more my ideal audience because I've already passed that level. And that is why for buyer persona, you have to keep upgrading as you are upgrading your products. You have to keep upgrading your buyer persona. You have to keep upgrading it. When people reach out to me sometimes for something and they started saying some ridiculous amounts of money, when I have people that are just starting around me, I'll just refer them to those people. I'll tell them that I cannot do this anymore, but I have people that can also do it for you at this same price, but I cannot do it because those are not, if I'm bringing myself now, that means I will be attracting those kind of people again. But I don't want to attract them, so I have to go for hire people, and I know that these are the idea. I've already know that okay, these are the kind of people I'm working with now. I have their data. I know that okay, the people I'm writing resume and CVs from now, there are people that are about traveling abroad, CEOs, general managers, and all that. Before I started attracting that, I was doing it. I was doing like one leg out, and I was in one leg in where I was currently. And when it got to a point, I just pulled myself, up from that's more writing this thing. And I went to, that is just how it works. But you have to keep updating your buyer persona if you want to keep attracting the right audience. But by the time you start upgrading yourself, they also get the point, right? So 3 things, like I said, if you want to start creating your buyer persona, your content or your copy cannot be effective unless you do these 3 things, unless you know these 3 things. Because for you to ask people questions, number one, you must know the kind of people that you are writing for. Who are you writing to? Who are the people? Who are the set of people that you want to write for? You want to ask them questions. So who are this set of people? You must have that ideal kind of people in mind. Before I ask you guys questions, I already know that most of you joined when I wanted to do the LinkedIn optimization training. So I know that definitely these people will be interested in content marketing. So I can't just come and say who is interested in um, another kind of training that is entirely different from what I've been pushing out for my brand. So I can't just come and ask you another questions entirely. So who are people that you are writing for? You must know the kind of people that you are writing that content for, and how do they think? For some of you, you may not have the idea kind of people around you, but you have to just put yourself in that position. So how do they think? Your ideal audience, how do they think? For now, if I said I want to start selling my course, maybe I have a course that is worth 50,000, and I want to go I want to start selling it to secondary school students. That is a no-go area. They are not I can't even push it out to them because secondary school students, their parents are feeding them. So how do I expect them to go and bring 50,000 to just buy a course? It's not possible. So that should not even be part of my ideal audience at all. If they come, then fine. But if they don't, they were not actually part of my target audience. The person, okay, second thing is how they think, right? I've given that example. And what they need. What do they need? Who are you writing for? How do they think? And what do they need? What is their problem? What do they really need? Like I gave an example, like let's say you've been selling something of 30 naira before and people are buying and everything. And because you saw somebody selling washing machine or something that is very expensive, you now say, boom, this is what I want to start selling. I'll just push it out to those people that have been buying 30 naira and you expect them to buy it. They don't think that way. They've already seen you as a 30 naira person. So for them to give you 1 million, it's very hard. It will be so hard. That is why I tell some people when you are starting something and you said, okay, this is the price, try to be rigid on it. Because when you start bringing yourself low, trust me, they will bring more people that are also interested in something that is very low. And they will go and pay higher amounts for that same thing to another person. So you have to be kind of rigid. You have to be kind of rigid when you are working with your buyer persona. Like, okay, these are my target audience. This is what I want to say, and this is the boundaries. The boundary can only shift when it's going higher, not when you are going backward or when you are coming down. When you are coming down. So that's how it should work. Can everybody hear me, please? Can you let me know if you are following? If you can hear me, can you let me know? Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know also that there's a network glitch here. So let me know. I want to hear from you. Can you hear me? Are you following? Can you hear me? Are you following? So now I want to go into how you can create buyer personas, but I want to be sure that everybody can hear me. Okay, thank you so much, Lisanda. Thank you, Oyintomide. She says she's just joining. All right, no problem. You watch the replay after the program. Okay, so how do you create your buyer persona? Thank you so much, Adedoyin. All right. So how do you create your buyer persona? Okay, the first thing that you have to do is, at the most basic level. Okay, this let me just read from my note here. So at the most basic level, personas allow you to personalize or target your marketing for different segments of your audience. Okay. So this is for people that are selling different kind of products. Maybe you have 5K products, then you have 10K products, then you have 15K products. That means you are having a buyer persona for three set of people. You're having a buyer persona because it's possible you are selling products that are not the same price. Like someone like my sister recently, she wants to start selling all these beads and all that. So I told her that because when we went to go and get the materials, some of the beads were very expensive. Like I remember when I bought the beads and the woman told me, I was actually shocked myself. How can this small thing be very expensive? Then she showed me another kind of bead that looks like it and said, this is the meaning of original, this is the fake. So if people come to us and they want to buy something of this price, this is what we give them. And when I now went to market with my sister to get some of the bead materials, I realized that it was very expensive. And I told her that, see, this is the happen. When people want something of this particular price, you have to let them know that if they want something of this particular price, they can actually get it from you. But this is the difference. This is the difference. This is the one of this higher amount. This is one of this low amount. And some of them, when they come to you and you see that this person cannot actually afford the one that is very expensive, just generally stay in that lane of that, little amount. But if you see people that actually have the money, don't go and be calling small price for them, because they will just rate you low and they may not want to buy from you eventually. So you may have different kind of clients. You may have clients of 5K, clients of 10K, just like my CV writing services. For students, I have a particular amount I charge them. I have the one for students because I understand that they're students. I have the one for workers. I have the one for CEOs. I have different price for these CVs. Yeah, if general manager should come and meet me and said he's trying to negotiate little amount, I would rather not do it than to do it for that amount. I would rather not do it because if I should do it for that amount, he's not going to know, the way he's going to see me after them is not just it's not going to be cool. And some of his people of his caliber may not want to reach out to me anymore. So I would rather not do it for that person than for me to go. Okay, Anwuli is laughing. That is just the truth. Like I tell you honestly. I know how these people, I've been privileged to sit with these people, I've been privileged conversations with them. So I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. So that is just it. That's just it. So I was reading, for example, instead of sending the same. Okay, this is deeper, but I think Tonya talked about email marketing yesterday. So for some of you that will be using email to reach out to your audience consistently, and Tonya already advised us to have an email list, and trust me, that's just the best. And that is one thing I love about the LinkedIn newsletter. Personally, I love to create newsletter more than posting content. I just found out this trick and I'm going to be sharing it for free because it really works. A lot of people don't pay attention to newsletter, but it's something that I use very well. I strategize when I want to create newsletter. I make sure that I put important information in that newsletter, and it has been getting me leads, and I've been closing some consistently. Everybody that subscribes to your newsletter gets an email gets mails from you from time to time. Anytime you share a newsletter, it goes to their email directly, and you have their email. Some will even respond to you, thank you for sharing this. Most of these big men, they may not have time to read content, they may not have time to check out posts and comments, but they read emails. Recently, a man reached out to me, and when I checked this profile, I saw that he's the CEO of a particular company. And when he asked me that he wants to revamp his CV and all that, I did not even chat. I just sent him the price list. If you see the way I organize myself, and this man, in fact, it did not even take up to 5 minutes. He just wired. The money I called. Sef, I was waiting for him to like negotiate, but he did not even negotiate. through the newsletter, he sent me an email that can I do this for him. I checked this and I just, package myself, sent him the, that's just the normal thing. I have that list already for those of that caliber. When I want to send them my price, I have it, I'll just forward it to their mails. And immediately he responded and he paid, and no stress at all. So for those of you that you are here and you're using LinkedIn, I will encourage you that you can use newsletter. And I post newsletter once in a week, just once in a week. And inside that newsletter, I'll put link to my YouTube videos for people to watch. So I'm using it. I'm leading people to different places. Sometimes I put link for them to join maybe something, or I use that newsletter for many things. It's really powerful. It will even help you to know your target audience. But these people respond through emails, and you know that okay, there are people that are interested in this, right? I've given you guys one secret like that. Okay, like I was reading, I said, okay, I think I've missed the part. Okay, I said, for example, instead of sending the same lead nurturing emails to everyone in your database, you can segment by buyer personnel. Just like I said, different categories, different products. You have to segment a buyer personnel. That's like something that DDK does for people that have this particular course. I think they have their list, because the way she reached out, that those team reached out to a lot of people. They have segmented that okay, these people are for religion, anything that has to do with religion. These people are for this particular courses. This one is for everybody. So you have to segment them. If you have different kind of products, that's more work, but it's really going to help you. And you have to tailor your messages according to what you know about those different persons. Let's say this people is for students, this people is this particular product is for mothers, this particular product is for breastfeeding mothers. So your content is going to be different. If you are reaching out to new moms, you are going to, your message is going to be kind of emotional, encouraging for people, for men. The voice tone and everything that you're going to be used is going to be kind of, like you're having a conversation with a guy, right? And when you're talking to teenagers or young people, there is a kind of tonation that you have to use in your messages also, right? To get information or to know what is in their mind. So you have to be able to segment your buyer persona. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing templates, and for people that may watch randomly on YouTube, I'm also going to be putting the link under this video, right? So that people can work on their buyer persona and start, because for those on the community, we are going to start something very soon, and it's this buyer persona that will help you to be able to create the right content. And I can assure you that you're going to start getting positive responses, and you're going to start seeing positive changes. Trust me. So buyer persona is very important. Okay, we have some time to go. So here are some practical methods for gathering information that you need to develop buyer personas, right? I've been talking about buyer persona, but how do you gather the information? Okay, there are different templates. If you can prepare your templates in different ways, different manner. Just the most important thing, and the important thing is just for you to have their information. Some people, they use pictures, some people don't use pictures, some people just use normal words and all that. But whichever ways, you can get your information for buyer persona. So the first thing that you can do, or the first ways that you can know that you can use to get information, is to interview customers, either in person or over the phone, to discover what they like about your product or service. Sometimes you have to reach out to the clients that have been buying from you before, or from your audience, or anyone, that what do they like about your products and what is it that they don't like. Be open to negative feedback, because they help you to make they help you to make the right choices and the right decisions. So be open. When people say that you don't like all these WhatsApp messages and everything, and you see that it's 80% or 100% or 90% that are saying this thing, then you should know that you need to work on doing maybe another version. We can make it up for we can have a WhatsApp training version, audio version, then video version, if people are complaining consistently about that thing. So for you to get information about your product, interview people, ask questions. What do you guys think we can do about this? Or use polls. Me, I love using polls a lot, because I know that interviewing someone one by one, some people may not have the time. People are busy with their time and all those things. But poll, people can easily just click on options and all that. And you can use Google Form, like just try to give people a free product, just like Chika said. Try to lead people on with a free product. Before they get their product, ask them, before they get that free ebook, free course, or free whatever you want to give them, ask a question that it is until they answer that question before you can give them the ebook. Because if you don't do it that way, people will just download your ebook and they will not answer any questions. So you have to make it like you have to answer all these questions before you can get the ebook. So when you're able to get their answers, trust me, you'll be able to know the mind of people about your product, and that will be able to make a better decision, and you already have more information in your buyer persona. So you just write title your product, what people like about your product, the range of people, their gender, where they live, the platform they use. Don't worry, by the time I send you the template, you understand better. Another thing you can look into is look through your contacts database to uncover trends about how certain leads or customers find and consume your content. All right. So that thing that you are selling, that you're getting, I just shared one of my secret with you guys now. I use newsletter. Don't go and bombard LinkedIn with newsletter. Okay. But newsletter actually works for me. Trust me, newsletter works for me. So I'm not going to lie about that. So look through your contacts database. Everybody that has bought from you, where did you get most of them from? How did they get to know you? How did you get your leads? Because I told some people, it's not every platform that will work for you or may work for you. For someone like me, when I started with Facebook, but since the time I joined LinkedIn, I grabbed LinkedIn like this. Me and LinkedIn, we grab ourselves like this. When LinkedIn wanted to leave me, I said, I will never let you go. You are not going nowhere. So I've been getting most of my clients from LinkedIn. I get few from Instagram and I get few from Facebook, but most are from LinkedIn. And even inside that LinkedIn, most are from newsletter. Before newsletter came, it's from normal content. So just like that, you think like that. So that's how you have to ask yourself questions. Okay, 80% of my contacts, how did I get them? People that bought my products, how did I get them? What did I do? Was it through a post that I made about this thing? Was it through the free training that I see? If free training before paid training works for you, do it. If free something works for you before, don't go and be copying people's style. Any style that you see that works for you, hold on to it, but be open to more ideas. I'm not saying you should close your mind to ideas or whatever advice people give you, but be open. But anything that is working for you. When I started my own online journey, I started with free trainings. A lot of people will join my free. In fact, some people join my free trainings like 5, 6, 7, 10 times before they made a decision. So you should know that the battle is real. It's not easy. So you have to ask yourself, people that bought from you, how did they buy from you? Maybe Lizanda is actually part of them. That's why she's laughing. Okay, because a lot of people, you have to do free. They will watch, they will listen, they want to see your consistency, they want to see your truthfulness, they want to see how legit you are. And it's not people's fault anyway. It's not easy to just pay money to get something. So I really understand that about some people. And some people, they just join because they don't know that they will need it in the future. Like somebody reached out to me, was it sometimes last year, and was telling me that her boy, it was 5K now. I said, there's no more 5. That was then. You can't expect me to be using the same price. If you go to market now, it's not the same amount you buy the same product, most especially in this economy. So that's just how it works. So that is that. You have to know how you get those leads, and you can try to try repeating some patterns to keep getting more. All right, try repeating some patterns. You have to know how you get them from. So look through it. That's more information on your buyer persona. How do you get your clients? Which platform do they use? What kind of content do they read? All right. Another one is when creating forms to use on your website, use form feeds that capture important personal information. For example, if all of your personal vary based on company size, ask each lead for information about the company size on your forms. You could also gather information on what forms of social media your leads use by asking a question about social media accounts. Okay, I've also mentioned that already. If you are creating forms on websites, try to use something that capture important information. Some people, it's their own is images. Some people, it could be LinkedIn platform is giving out job, something just to capture the mind of people, just for them to be able to give you the answers that you need. Especially if you are using link to a website, ask them important questions. See, don't just give people products without getting anything back. If it's their email you want to get, or for them to take an action, You can do that also. And another thing is take into consider, okay, this is for those people that have companies that are actually prepared this for organization use. So you have to take into consideration your sales team's feedback on the list. Like that means if you are like a CEO and you're working with so many team members, you have to ask them for feedback. Or let's say you are a coach or you are mentoring some people and you ask them to go and do something, you have to ask them for feedback, right? So it's just like the same thing. You have to take into consideration your sales team's feedback on the list that they were interacting with the most. What type of sales circles does your sales team work with? That's for those people that have complaints. But I know a lot of people are big here, so let me just say it. What generalizations can they make about different types of customers you serve best? Who are the kind of customers that buy from you without issues? Who are the customers that give you a headache before you sell to them? You have to weigh this in. Some people that you have to talk every. In fact, you almost sweat for yourself before you sell for them. But I don't advise you do that. I'm just saying, but there are different kind of people, different personalities, so you can't just so you just have to know, okay, what are some statements that I made that made a lot of people to buy from me? Some people it's just one statement and they just say, okay, let me just try. You have to know those words. What are those key words? What are those action words? Is it that the words that you told them that you want to keep living your life like this and start begging for money? You have to know that words that interest them, that words that connects with them, so that I can keep using it to sell to them. You have to have all those information in your persona. The buyer persona information list is endless. That's just it. Depending on the kind of product that you're selling. If you're selling something that is worth billions and all that, your buyer persona have to be very long, because rich people, you can't just sell anything to them. They are going to question you. They are going to question your intelligence. In fact, people that want to invest their money to your business, they will tell you, so if you give this product, you have to have different answers, different channels, different pay points. You have to be able to, for someone like me that I write CVs, I hammer more on the job seeking aspect. The issues people have with unemployment. You want to keep living your life like this. You want to keep begging. Are you not tired of working with an organization that does not pay you? Different things that eats them, pain points, words that eats them. Make sure that you have the right solutions anyway. Don't just get people emotionally and at the end of the day you give them trash. I'm not a party to that. I don't advise that. Make sure that what you're giving them is actually something that can solve their problem. It's just like a skin brand that was being dragged recently. It was dragged the hell out of that skincare brand, and she did not even do it correctly, because these people are your customers, and because they drag you, decide to arrest them, to abuse them and all that, and it's escalated that a lot of people are now saying bad thing about that brand. That's not how to handle things like that. When someone gives you feedback, like I said, be open to accept negative feedback, apologize, and look for a way. Check your buyer persona again. What is the problem? What is the major complaint about this product? How can we do better? How can we even, compensate people that have been hurt by this? Is it by giving them a bonus? Is it, just have to look for something, because trust me, anybody that buys from you can buy from you again and can keep buying from you. So you don't lose your customers. You don't just because I beg, no, you don't do that. They can even refer you. Like the two, I got speaking engagement recently, and it was through one of my students. He took my LinkedIn optimization course and he took my content marketing, course. The two courses, I even forgot. He just reached out to me and he said they wanted to come and teach their side on LinkedIn optimization. And I wasn't even charging. I charged them. I was like, I'm your student now. I said, okay, because I know that that person, for him to refer me, he can do much more. And I said, okay, let me give you a discount. And we just talked about it, because I know if me giving him a discount, he's going to think about it another day. No, this person, no. For someone to buy two of your courses, I still recommend you for speaking engagement. You cannot say that I bet that's the amount I want to charge. If you're not no, try to, these are your customers. They can keep buying from you and they can recommend you to anybody. So you don't just treat them anyhow, right? I hope everybody is enjoying this session, right? And another thing is avoid writing to a large crowd. You need to sit down and understand your buyer persona so that you can know how to serve your audience the best. Like I tell people, everybody cannot be your customer. Those things, but they will never buy from you. Everybody cannot be your audience. That's just normal. So avoid writing to attract the crowd. Instead, write to attract your target audience. Write to make sure that you are you are able to you're able to achieve what you want to achieve with that content. So avoid writing to the crowd. Everybody's not going to buy from you. That's just a normal thing. Some people will prefer to buy from me. Some people prefer to buy from Chika. Some people will prefer to buy from Doing. Depends. It depends, but the space is very wide. So all of us are going to have our clients, and then you can decide to refer somebody to me. Chika, I've done it. We do that among ourselves. So you don't try to compete for the crowd or all these things. No, your client come to you, they will understand your message, they will understand your tone, they will like you, they will buy from you, refer you, they recommend you, and everything will be fine. So avoid writing to, because I see a lot of content these days, and I see that the aim of it is just to get people to. Some people will be like, I made 1 million in 1 week. Why? Just to get that attention. After getting the attention, if you read the rest of the content, nothing. Everything is empty. So you are trying to write for the crowd. At the end of the day, nothing to show for it. Just the likes and nothing to show for it. And that's not the best, because at the end of the day, you have bills to pay. In this Nigeria, you have bills to pay. So focus and avoid writing to everybody. Everybody cannot be your audience, right? Everybody can like your post. That one is normal. So another thing you must do before creating your bio persona, you must set your goal before you write a single word. I think it was Ade doing that mentioned it yesterday, that your content must have a particular goal. You are writing your storytelling, you must be able to ask a question that is related to it at the end of it. So it must, every message, everything you're writing, it must have a, before create a bio persona, because you use content to get information from people online, especially if you are writing like you want to ask people questions. So it must have a goal. Like, okay, this question I want to ask is for me to know their age. This question I want to ask is for me to know the color that they like. This question that I want to ask is for me to know the price range they can afford. So you want to ask questions about that person, you want to make a poll, you want to create forms for people to fill. You must have a goal in mind. Set your goal before you write a single word, and each page must have a goal. What action are you trying to persuade them to take? And is there anything on that page that is distracting them? If what you are trying to post does not correlate to the picture you use, please don't use the picture. Just delete the picture. Somebody made a post recently. The person was talking about, the person's content talks about death, and he used Tony Elumelu picture. And I sent him a DM. I said, he started with, I lost him or something. He started with something that has to do with death, and you are using Tony Elumelu's picture. That's a very big figure. That man is well known. And I sent him it. I said, please just delete this thing. I just told him, this is just my honest advice. I'm not enforcing you, because this generation can be funny. I said, I'm not enforcing you. I'm just telling you as an advice. I will advise that you remove this man's image, or you change your content, because the first thing, some people will just read the first thing and just conclude. They just go and comment, hey, R.I.P. Tony, somebody that is not dead. So you have to be very, very focused on, you have to be very particular about the content that you put, and the image must match. The image that you're using must match the content. You can just use your normal, or somebody that everybody gets that anyway. So I don't want to go deeper. And be willing to put creative, innovative copy ideas aside the boring, and put the boring side, to your content. So you have to make it creative also, because if it's not interesting, a lot of people may not to take action. Make sure that the content is relatable. When something is relatable, people will engage. Maybe you are talking about how the price of rice have increased from 41,000 to 48, something like that. A lot of people in Nigerians can relate to that. But you're talking about the gas, the price of gas, how the price that a lot of people can relate to it. But make sure that everything follows. Don't talk about gas here and you talk about mango, then you now go and talk about kitchen. No, it doesn't really. Make sure everything aligns, but make it, put creativity into it, especially in that line. There must be something is trending in that particular line. Make it creative, and people will be prompt to take action. And also the headline, image, the subject line, the call to actions must be related to the buyer persona, the question that you're trying to ask, the image that you're trying to ask. There are a lot of images that people use when it comes to the graphics world. They use just somebody asking questions, something like this, different kind of images. Okay, so let it be something that is appealing to them. Even the headline that you are going to, don't talk about that yesterday on how to create your content. And that's why everything we talk about in this training actually aligned. from content writing to social media management, because you are selling something, you'll be managing your page, and to content marketing and personal branding that Chika also talked about. So everything aligns, and that is very, very important. So another thing that you must include, or that is very important for you to have to your buyer personnel, is your age, the goal, what is holding your clients back from buying from you, and five places that they are looking for answers. Trust me, you're not the only one doing the thing that you're doing or selling the thing that you're selling. So if you say you are not selling something because people are selling it, you're on your own. You're on your own, because definitely a lot of people are doing what you're doing. In fact, when God gives you an idea and you don't act on it, the next day or in the next 2 minutes, you see somebody else talking about that same idea. So it's left for you to take action. You have to take action. So you have to find out five places people are looking for answers to the solutions that you provide. Where are they looking for answers? Okay, apart from LinkedIn, people that want are seeking for jobs, which other platform are they using? Okay, is it this? Is it that? Is it, you have to find like five other places. Then you have to visit the five places to know how they are giving them solutions. Then you now have to think of a new strategy that you have to give out to them so that you can stand out, because there will always be competitors out there. That one is a normal thing. Is a normal thing, right? Even Satan was competing with God. Satan was competing with Jesus Christ. So that one is a normal thing, right? And that is that about buyer personnel. So, like I said, I'm going to send you the template. Now, let's look at the different niche in writing. Some people call it niches, or I call it niche. Anyone, English teachers here, I don't know. So we have different niches in writing, right? When I started this particular session, I said even in the course that you are studying in school, the particular course that you know very well, you can start a niche. You can start writing in a particular field. When engineers, people that study engineering in school, they reach out to me that they don't know what to be writing, they don't even know what to do, they want to start creating. I said, start writing about electronics, start writing about technical. In fact, technical writers are in high demand these days. Technical writers are in high demand. People that can write about tech, something, all these, people that are into tech, they are trying. Because when I write their CVs, I do my research a lot, and that has really helped me to know so many things about tech also. But technical writers, you can venture into any kind of writing. So I'm just going to list out some of the writing needs that a lot of you even know it. We have book writing. When you talk about ghostwriting yesterday, ghostwriting is a niche that you can venture into. Ghostwriting is when you write something for people. It can be an ebook, it can be writing content, but you don't take credit for it. It's ghost. That's why it's ghostwriting. You are not in the image. Your image is not shown. You are not trying to say you are the one that write. No, they take the credit for it, but they will pay you for the credit anyway. So ghostwriting is when you write for people. There has on, is it that group or another group? Like, who is into ghostwriting here? And for ghostwriters, there is money in ghostwriters, because there are a lot of people that they have book ideas, they have scattered ideas, but they just need somebody to put it together for them. Why some people, they have a topic, they have something in mind they want to write about, they just explain it to you and they tell you to come up with a book on it. There is even this that is trending on werewolves. I don't know why people are looking for werewolves ghostwriter anyway, but ghostwriting is writing ebooks, writing books for people. And trust me, this is what going to make millions on that ebook. So if you charge them a lot of money for it, they are going to pay you, because they know that they are going to make a lot on it. Another one is case studies. Some people are very good in writing content that has to do with case studies. So writing case studies, when you're writing case studies, it can even be in research, it can be, in storytelling, you can do case studies also. Some people are very good in that area. So you can be a case studies writer. A lot of people don't know that. We have people that are into press release. When you write news, what is going on, what is trending, press release, people that publish those newspapers, it's somebody that write for them and they are being paid. So when you're good in writing press release, that's another niche in writing. So I'm talking about the not so popular ones, right? We know that people, we have content writing, copywriting. A lot of you know that. So we have video scripts. So people that can write scripts. Script writing is money. If you can write, in fact, all these comedians, content creators out there, some of them, they buy the scripts that they have. They buy it. If you have a good script to sell, trust me, all these ejaculation what this movie that you watch, there are some people that it's not all of them that write the scripts themselves. They buy it from people that have a story. So if you are good in script writing, why not? It's a form of content writing that you can venture into. So script writing is very good. We also have technical writing. I've talked about that. You can write about real estate. If you are into real estate, selling of lands and all that, you can venture into real estate writing. And there's some real estate, some realtors that cannot even sell a land. They cannot sell it. They do not create content about real estate. So you can go into real estate writing. There we have legal writing, lawyers. All of us are just living our life. Some of us don't even know our rights. We don't know what we have power over and authority over. So if you are good in law and all these things, you can keep writing about it, and you see people engaging your services and all that. You see people engaging your services to be the legal writer, lawyers need, all this kind of writing. You can be writing landing pages or sales pages. Okay, for people that the website and people that sell courses and all that, they need people that can write a landing pages content for them. Something that like copyright. I think copywriters also write about landing pages, right? So this is another part I venture into. We also have healthcare and medical writing. So if you are into health, medical, I have a student. She started writing about health. I think I just advised her that day. And now she's even working with many brands, managing the health writing. And she's not a doctor. She's not even a nurse. But I think she has an idea, maybe from, I don't, I can't even remember. But it all depends on how you can do your research. So even though you don't have to be an expert in the field to be a writer in that area, if you can do your research very well, like not that you come up with fake news, especially when it comes to health. That's why I love the fact I still prefer if you are good in that area for event, especially when it comes to critical, content like legal, health, medical, that one has to do with people's life, right? And you can also be all these advisor anyway, all this gossip, latest gist writer, all these bloggers are making money actually, just come up with news and everything. So blog writing is also something you can do. You can also have a personal blog and start creating content in that area. So there are many other writing. We have cryptocurrency writing. There was a time that particular area was trending on LinkedIn. Like all these people that are into cryptos, forex, they were on the lookout for people that can write content in that area. And for someone like me, I had so many people reach out to me, but anything that has to do with crypto and all those things, it's not my area of interest. Somebody also reached out to me, it wasn't not she wanted me to write content as related to real estate. I thought that is entirely different from my niche. Like I can't write about real estate because I don't know about real estate. I don't even know anything, and it's not something that I would like to venture into. So I just told her that I'm not interested, and I recommended somebody to her actually. So these are the different niche in writing that you can venture into. Anything, think of it, phonetic writing. You can go into it, script everything. A lot of it they are out there. So don't don't just settle for less and feel that you can't do anything. Anything that you are selling crayfish and all those things. You can write content about the food, food, writing about food and health, how food is beneficiary to your health and everything. You can venture into it, and you see all these companies that deals with food and everything reaching out to you to put it in that area. It's as easy as that. You just have to build yourself as an authority. Our speakers they talked about it yesterday, and Chika also mentioned that about you have to sell yourself shamelessly, sell your product shamelessly. I have at least I have connections that sell shoes, shirts, palm oil on LinkedIn, and they even import to other countries. So there is nothing you cannot sell. There's a lady that sells shoes on LinkedIn. I forgot the name right now. There's a guy too that sells shirts. He makes shirts and trousers. He's into sewing, fashion, and recently he got a gift. He got a gift from a country. I think was in Chicago or something, and they told him to deliver some amount of shirt. They even sent him money. He showed on LinkedIn. So there is nothing, absolutely nothing that you cannot venture into on LinkedIn. And even used, I love the fact that the guy uses, he's not even, he's very, really proud of what he does. He calls himself Odogo or something like that. So that is just it. It's as easy as that, right? So this is where I'm going to stop. If you have any question now, please feel free to ask your questions, and and let me know if this has been a valuable session to you, both Chick session and my session. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask. And in the next 4 minutes, we are going to end the session for tonight. So if you have any question, please do let me know, and I'll take your question. And please, yes, I'm going to send a template for you to create your persona on the group. I'm also going to put the link for people to download under this particular video. So if you have questions, please ask. Thank you so much, Chika. Thank you. Um, I will follow Jane Grace. Thank you so much. Any other question? Any other question? I'm going to wait. We have 3 minutes left to 10 p.m. So if you have any questions, please ask and we close it. All right. Well, while I'm still expecting responses from people, let me just use this time and opportunity to appreciate our sweetheart for the 2 days training. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tonya Vincent. I don't know if she's watching this, but thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support and pouring out into the lives of people. And thank you so much, Adedonyolu. Thank you. God bless you. I'm really grateful, and I thank God for the gift of you. And thank you so much, Chika Ike Ojuku. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. God bless you. You guys know I love you so much. All right. Somebody said, okay, is it advisable to create content from your poll results to attract your target audience? Sure, because what's the essence of creating the poll in the first place? To get response. Like there was a day I asked a question about whether people get job on LinkedIn or not. Or okay, I asked a question that how have you gotten job through LinkedIn? Is it through referrals? Is it through submitting your CVs? Is it true? I asked that question, and most people said through referrals or something. And the next day I made a post about how they can get jobs using referrals. I can't remember, but I actually did that. I made a content about it the next day, and the reaction was really mind blowing. So it's something that people are experiencing, or maybe the particular one that people don't know about. Then you talk about it. Someone said, "Please, how can I monetize my LinkedIn page?" Well, LinkedIn doesn't pay you for your page, but the way you can monetize it is through influencing and selling your skills and services. That's how you can monetize your LinkedIn page. And if you have followers, you have engagements, you start getting influencing gigs. Company reach out to you to influence for their products. And I'm already answering your questions. Yeah, like I said, if you have great following and engagements, brands will definitely reach out to you to influence for their products, and they pay you per post on LinkedIn. You can start making as little as 10,000 naira per post, 20,000 naira per post, 30,000 naira per post, 50,000, 70,000, 100K per post. Like that depends on how you can charge them, and depends on the results you can get them. So Doyin also talked about this part also. LinkedIn influencing is one way to make money. Another way to make money is to sell your skills and services. Have something to sell. When you have something to sell, people will reach out to you and you start making money. And another way, look at the other ways. Anybody can help me in this session, but not that you can monetize your page like that. LinkedIn will not pay you for your page, but you can make something out of your LinkedIn profile. That's just it. You can make a lot. You can get a job. You can get a gig. You can sell your service and product. You can influence. Influencing is so sweet. LinkedIn influencing is so sweet. If you influencing consistently, in fact, you are blessed, because that's like just making ordinary post. You don't ordinary post anyway. You make a post to help them push out their product using your page, because you have a kind of following, or you have a kind of engagement, and they pay your post. In fact, some people pay live session with their brand. I have a brand that reached out to me, and they wanted me to help them do a live session regards what they are doing, but it's not something that aligns with what I want. So I told them I can't do it. They're going to pay for it just to do like a 30-minute or 1 hour audio session. So these are the ways by which you can monetize your LinkedIn page. And I hope I answered your questions. Oyin Tomide. Any other question, please? It's 10 p.m. already. Any other question? All right. In the absence of, okay, thank you, Anne Willie. She said, thank you so much, Coach Kali. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I do appreciate everybody that stayed up to this moment. Thank you so much. it's not easy. We are also burning our data. We are also, creating time for this. So it's not that it's easy for us. But thank you so much for showing up, because it would have been another thing we start this program and nobody showed up. So thank you for showing up. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you. And this is the end of our 2 days training. And I hope you guys got value. If you have any other questions, I'm going to drop the information of our speaker on the group, and you can reach out to any of them. And I'm very sure that they're going to do justice to whatever problem you have, right? Okay, thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful night rest. Bye.